When it comes to global military power, few rivalries are as closely watched as the one between the United States and China. These two nations have been investing heavily in their armed forces for decades, and today, their military capabilities are often measured against one another. From advanced fighter jets and naval fleets to cutting-edge missile systems and cyber warfare capabilities, this comparison gives us a glimpse into modern military strategy, technology, and global influence. Starting with the Air Forces, the United States Air Force is widely regarded as the most advanced in the world. Aircraft like the F-35 Lightning II and F-22 Raptor define stealth, speed, and precision. The F-35 is not just a fighter jet, it's a flying sensor network. It can collect, analyze, and share information in real time, giving pilots and commanders unmatched situational awareness. On the other hand, China has made significant strides with its J-20 stealth fighter and J-16 multirole jets. While the J-20 is a newer entry, it reflects China's ambition to challenge U.S. air superiority, incorporating stealth and long-range strike capabilities. The U.S. advantage, however, lies not only in technology but in decades of combat experience, pilot training, and a global network of bases that allow rapid deployment almost anywhere in the world. When examining naval power, the United States Navy is unmatched in terms of aircraft carriers and blue water capabilities. The U.S. maintains a fleet of 11 aircraft carriers, each capable of projecting air power thousands of miles from American shores. These carriers are complemented by advanced destroyers, cruisers, submarines, and amphibious assault ships. China, however, is rapidly expanding its navy with the Type 055 destroyers, Type 094 ballistic missile submarines, and the aircraft carrier program that has grown to 2 operational carriers with more under construction. While China's navy is expanding quickly, it is primarily focused on regional dominance in the South China Sea and surrounding areas, whereas the U.S. Navy operates on a global scale, capable of simultaneous operations across multiple oceans. Ground forces are another critical aspect of this comparison. The United States Army emphasizes technological integration, precision strike capabilities, and rapid deployment. With equipment like the M1A2 Abrams tank, Stryker armored vehicles, and advanced artillery systems, U.S. forces combine mobility, firepower, and coordination. China's People's Liberation Army, on the other hand, is the largest in the world by troop numbers, with millions of active personnel and extensive reserves. Chinese ground forces have modernized significantly over the past 2 decades, introducing advanced tanks like the Type 99A, mechanized infantry vehicles, and long-range rocket artillery. While the U.S. may have fewer troops, the quality, training, and technological edge often balance the numerical advantage of China. Missile and strategic deterrence are areas where both nations invest heavily. The United States possesses a diverse range of ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and nuclear capabilities that provide a credible deterrent. Submarine-launched ballistic missiles (SLBMs) from Ohio-class submarines give the U.S. a second strike capability that is central to nuclear strategy. China, meanwhile, has expanded its missile arsenal with both land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles and mobile launch platforms, enhancing survivability and deterrence. Hypersonic missile development in China is also gaining global attention, as it promises faster, harder-to-detect delivery systems, potentially challenging traditional missile defense networks. Cyber and space warfare are increasingly becoming decisive domains. The United States has highly advanced cyber capabilities, extensive intelligence networks, and sophisticated satellite systems that provide global surveillance, communications, and early warning. China, recognizing the importance of these domains, has invested heavily in cyber warfare units, anti-satellite systems, and its Beidou satellite network. While the U.S. remains a global leader in space and cyber capabilities, China is closing the gap, creating a more contested technological battlefield where both nations can exert influence without traditional kinetic warfare. Logistics and global reach play a pivotal role in any military comparison. The United States' ability to project force anywhere in the world is unparalleled. With a network of bases in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, combined with advanced aerial refueling and strategic airlift capabilities, American forces can mobilize quickly and sustain operations over long distances. China, in contrast, is currently more regionally focused. Its logistics networks are improving, with overseas ports and naval bases gradually extending reach, but it has yet to achieve the global operational flexibility that the U.S. maintains. Training and experience are equally important in understanding military effectiveness. U.S. forces regularly engage in joint exercises with allies, participate in real-world operations across multiple continents, and operate in highly coordinated, technologically advanced combat environments. This creates an institutional knowledge and experience advantage. China is rapidly modernizing its training programs, conducting large-scale exercises in diverse environments, and focusing on integrating advanced technology into its forces. While it is catching up, the U.S. continues to benefit from decades of operational experience in various conflicts and regions. Defense budgets also reflect the strategic priorities of both nations. The United States spends over $800 billion annually on defense, supporting technological research, personnel, equipment modernization, and global operations. China's defense budget, the second largest in the world, is around $300 to $400 billion, with a strong focus on modernization, expanding capabilities, and regional dominance. While the budget gap is significant, China is using its resources strategically to target key areas where it can challenge U.S. influence, such as missile technology, cyber warfare, and naval expansion. When it comes to alliances, the United States enjoys a wide network of formal and informal partnerships. NATO, bilateral defense treaties, and security partnerships across the Asia-Pacific region allow the U.S. to operate within a coalition framework, enhancing strategic flexibility and deterrence. China, meanwhile, relies more on regional influence, strategic partnerships, and soft power initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative. While China's alliances are not as formalized, its growing influence in Asia, Africa, and parts of Latin America allows it to project power in a different, complementary manner. In summary, the US and China each have distinct strengths and approaches to military power. The United States excels in global reach, advanced technology, operational experience, and integrated joint operations. China leverages numerical strength, rapid modernization, missile capabilities, and regional dominance to assert influence. In air power, naval strength, ground forces, missile deterrence, cyber and space warfare, both nations are advancing rapidly, but in different ways. The competition is not just about hardware, it's about strategy, global influence, and the ability to project power in multiple domains simultaneously. The US continues to maintain an edge in experience, technological integration, and global logistics. China is closing the gap with rapid modernization, advanced missile systems, and growing regional influence. For viewers trying to understand the modern military landscape, this comparison highlights why the USA versus China rivalry is watched so closely around the world. The outcome of this strategic competition will shape global security, alliances, and the balance of power for decades to come. Whether in the skies, on the seas, or in emerging domains like cyber and space, both nations are defining the future of warfare. As we observe these developments, it's clear that the military rivalry is not just about conflict, it's about technology, strategy, and preparation for a world where power projection is increasingly multi-domain and highly advanced. Keeping an eye on both nations provides insight into the future of military innovation and global geopolitics, making the USA versus China comparison one of the most critical topics for understanding international security today.